Chapter 21, The Deliriously Dangerous Death-Defying Dandelion of Doom. George, Harold, and Captain Underpants floated downward directly into the waning jaws of the Dandelion of Doom. Oh man, cried Harold. We could have got killed in a cool exploding spaceship. Instead, we're gonna get eaten by a dandelion. How humiliating! Yeah, George moaned. People are gonna be giggling at our funerals. The dandelion munched Captain Underpants and swung George and Harold around like a couple of rag dolls. The two boys flew off and landed on the roof of the school. Help me! Screamed Captain Underpants as the dandelion of doom swung back and forth. What should we do? Cried Harold. I've got an idea, said George. It's a bad idea, and I know we're going to regret it, but we've got to act fast. The fate of the entire planet is in our hands. The next time the giant evil dandelion lurched toward the boys, George poured some extra strength superpowers into Captain Underpants' mouth. What do you think is going to happen now? Asked Harold. I don't know, said George, but I have a feeling it's going to involve incredibly graphic violence. Chapter 22, The Incredibly Graphic Violence Chapter, Part 2 in Flipperama. Warning, the following chapter contains scenes of a very unpleasant nature. All nastiness was performed by a qualified stuntman and a licensed stunt plant. Do not attempt to battle giant evil dandelions at home, even if you have recently consumed extra superpower juice. Such behavior could result in serious boo-boos. That National Board of Boo-Boo Prevention. When dandelions attack. The wedgie weed whacker. Aha! Hooray for Captain Underpants! Chapter 23, the 23rd chapter. Captain Underpants, with the help of his newly developed superpowers, had defeated the deliriously dangerous death-defying Dandelion of Doom. Now the only thing left to do was to stop the evil zombie nerds. Oh, how are we ever going to conquer the evil zombie nerds? Asked George. How will we ever change them back to normal? Well, we could try this anti-evil zombie nerd juice, said Harold. George rolled his eyes. I was hoping for something a little more dramatic, he said. But we're running out of pages. Let's do it. So Harold mixed up a batch of anti-evil zombie nerd root beer and ordered everybody in the school to drink some. The evil zombie nerds lined up. Must drink root beer. They moaned, must drink root beer. When the last zombie nerd had swallowed his last sip of root beer, George ordered Captain Underpants to get dressed back up like Mr. Krupp. But I'll lose my superpowers if I put on clothing, said Captain Underpants. The power of underwear must be just put the clothes on, Bob, George instructed. Captain Underpants did as he was told, and then George poured water over the hero's head. Now all we can do is wait, said Harold. Wait and hope that everybody returns to normal. Chapter 24, to make a long story short, they did. Chapter 25, back to normal? Hooray, said Harold. It's great to have everybody back to normal. Yep, said George, that's for sure. But back to normal probably wasn't the best choice of words. For a while, the students and faculty were the same as they'd always been. Something had definitely changed about Mr. Krupp. Because from that day on, whenever he heard the sounds of fingers snapping, snap, Mr. Krupp not only turned back into you-know-who, but he also had extra-strength superpowers. And if you thought it was hard for George Hill to keep up with him before, well, you ain't seen nothing yet. Oh, no! Screamed Harold. Here we go again! Screamed George. Oh, no! Now, on the final 2 pages, you can see him, this time not running out the window, but rather flying out the window with George Hill clinging onto his cape. Thanks so much for watching this Read Aloud, guys. If you liked it, then go ahead and hit the like switch. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get more of these Read Alouds into, This has no copyright intended. It is also a Read Aloud, so technically you can't call a Read Aloud for copyright. But anyway, it was brought to you by Dave Pilkey, who's the creator of the entire Captain Underpants series. And don't forget to read the books. No, don't just watch my read alouds, but read the books and enjoy the books. Don't forget to read the spin-offs also, and also enjoy the spin-offs. Anyway, I'll see you next time where I read the next book of the Captain Underpants series, which is called... Much shorter title. Captain Underpants and the Perilous Plot of Professor Poopy Pants. I'll see you there. Goodbye.